2025 World Aquatics Championships Medley Relay Preview. U.S. lineup, rivals relay strategies. 2025 World Championships. U.S. takes a cautious approach in medley relay with Alexy as anchor and Janton leading off. The 2025 World Championships are set to take place from July 27th to August 3rd, 2025, in the vibrant city of Singapore at the World Aquatics Championships Arena. This event will feature long course swimming in a 50-meter pool, and fans can find all the essential details through various links. Meet Central. World Aquatics Championships Singapore 2025. How to watch. Watch the championships. The SwimSwam Preview Index. SwimSwam Preview, https://2025 World Championships Official SwimSwam Preview. Entry book, https://gom/2025 World Aquatics Championships Index. Prelims and finals recaps. /swimswam.com/2025 World Championships Day 1 Prelims Live Recap. Day 2, https://org/2025 World Championships Day 5 Prelims Live Recap. Day 6, https://2025 World Championships Day 6 Prelims Live Recap. Day 7, https://2025 World Championships Day 7 Prelims Live Recap. Tommy Janton will kick things off, followed by Campbell McKean. A notable twist in the lineup is Dare Rose, who will swim the butterfly leg despite not qualifying for the 100-meter butterfly individually. Anchoring the relay will be Jack Alexy, who previously set a world record in the mixed freestyle relay with a time of 46.91 seconds. The U.S. is clearly taking no risks in ensuring they qualify for the finals. Janton is a reliable choice for the backstroke leg, being the fastest American swimmer in this event so far. He was selected over other potential candidates like Shane Casas, Destin Lasco, Quinton McCarty, and Luca Orlando. While Casas competed in the 50-meter backstroke but fell short of the semifinals with a time of 24.97 seconds, McCarty will be competing in tonight's final after clocking 24.52 seconds in the semifinals. Although his best time in the 100-meter is 55.26 seconds, McKean's time of 59.07 seconds in the breaststroke during the mixed medley relay suggests that Josh Matheny may not be fully fit after an illness that prevented him from competing in the 200-meter breaststroke. Matheny had achieved a personal best of 59.15 seconds but has not swum since the 100-meter breaststroke final on day 2. Dare Rose represents a strategic gamble for the coaches. Having only swum the 50-meter butterfly so far, where he finished 12th in the semifinals with a time of 23.02 seconds, which is off his personal best of 22.79 seconds. However, he has a season best of 50.93 seconds in the 100-meter butterfly, after both Shane Casas, 51.66 seconds, and Thomas Heilman, 52.02 seconds, missed the semifinals in the 100-meter butterfly. Rose's performance indicates he may have the potential to improve. Jack Alexy's role as the anchor highlights the U.S. team's awareness of the importance of qualifying for the finals. Although Patrick Salmon recorded a split of 46.70 seconds in the mixed freestyle relay, Alexy has consistently achieved flat start times in the 46-second range during this competition, suggesting he could go even faster if necessary. With a strong Heat 3 following their swim, the U.S. aims to secure a top 2 finish in their heat. The lineup for this morning's event may mirror that of the finals later tonight, as all 3 non-fly legs appear to feature the top available swimmers. The times they achieve will be closely watched. How do other teams stack up? The U.S. faces stiff competition, as several other countries have also fielded formidable lineups this morning. NAB will compete in Heat 1, and the presence of Klimit Kolesnikov suggests that Miran Lifintsev will likely be part of the finals team. Andrei Minikov will swim the butterfly leg after their second swimmer, Mikhail Antipov, added over a second to his individual 100-meter time. Ivan Girev recorded a time of 47.0 seconds in the mixed freestyle relay and is expected to be a strong anchor, effectively turning their heat into a time trial. Ivan Kozhakin did not swim the 100-meter breaststroke individually, but has a season best of 59.14 seconds, making it likely that they will out-qualify the U.S. The Netherlands, Great Britain, and Australia have all entered their strongest lineups this morning, featuring swimmers like Casper Corbeau, Oliver Morgan, Matt Richards, Matt Temple, and Kyle Chalmers. A surprise entry in Heat 2 is Lucas Mertens, the 400-meter freestyle champion and 800-meter freestyle bronze medalist, who will lead off for Germany. He is currently the fastest German 100-meter backstroker this season, having clocked 54.18 seconds in April. These three nations are all aiming for a spot in the finals, and with the Dutch and British teams positioned alongside the U.S., whichever of the three finishes third will be anxiously awaiting the results of the final heat. The U.S. is expected to outperform the Dutch, but Great Britain will have a clear advantage after Oliver Morgan's lead-off swim, and both Greg Butler and Ed Mildred have shown strong performances in the breaststroke and butterfly legs, likely minimizing any advantage the U.S. might have. Matt Richards has already recorded a 47.23-second split in Singapore, which may put him out of reach for Alexy. The final heat is likely to include many of tonight's finalists. Lanes 2 through 8 will all be confident in their chances of making the final, and if they push each other to fast times, it could result in one of the top two from the previous heat, or even NAB, missing out. Italy has opted for a full reserve lineup, yet it is strong enough to secure a final spot after their disappointing performance in Paris last summer. Christian Bachico and Ludovico Viberti participated in the mixed medley relay heats, achieving times of 52.68 and 58.67 seconds respectively, and they may lead out the final heat even without their individual silver medalists in backstroke and breaststroke. Thomas Second and Niccolò Martinenghi, Federico Burdisso and Manuel Frigo will handle the back half, potentially allowing for Thomas Second to swim the fly leg in the finals instead of backstroke. This decision will depend on Burdisso's relay split, as Second recorded 50.42 seconds in the 100-meter butterfly semifinals, but only 51.12 seconds in the final last night. Frigo is one of 3 Italian men who have split between 47.34 and 47.36 seconds so far, and he is expected to perform similarly this morning. China has nearly fielded their strongest team with Pan Zhangla and Qin Haiyang competing, but they will lead off with Shun Wang instead of Xu Jiyu. Xu Feng will swim the butterfly leg, having clocked 51.90 seconds individually, but their 2 stars should provide a sufficient buffer. However, if they get caught in the wake of the teams on either side, Canada and France, they could find themselves in a precarious position if Pan is not in top form. France has altered their order, opting to have Maxime Grousset swim the freestyle leg instead of the butterfly, following his victory in the 100-meter butterfly last night, where he set a new European record. Clement Secchi, who narrowly missed the 100-meter final with a time of 51.23 seconds, but has a personal best of 51.06 seconds, will take on the butterfly duties. Jeremy Delbois will swim the breaststroke, having split 59.80 seconds in the prelims of the mixed medley relay, which placed 9th. This relay should advance without issue, especially with bronze medalist Johan de Dooy-Brouard on backstroke. And they will then determine whether Secchi-Grousset is a better combination for tonight than Grousset-Le Goff or Fente-Dammers. Australia will need a strong performance from Matt Temple and Kyle Chalmers in the back half, as Joshua Edwards-Smith and Nash Wilkes represent one of the weaker front ends among the final contenders. Poland, competing next to them, will feature Ksavry Masiuk and 100-meter freestyle record holder Kamil Sierotsky, who has come close to his national record twice during relay leadoffs and set a significant new Polish record in the 200-meter freestyle, finishing 5th. Their goal will be to secure a finals appearance, and they are unlikely to hold back. The U.S. is expected to be closer in times to Poland and Canada than to the heavyweights in lanes 2, 4, and 5. Canada will depend on Blake Tierney to be near his best in the 100 meters backstroke after setting a significant record in the 200 meters backstroke, while Oliver Dawson will need to clock under 1 minute to give Ilya Karun and Ruslan Gaziev a back half that could potentially match the U.S. in their best chance to qualify for the final. Japan has also entered a strong team and could pose a threat, but much hinges on the performance of a slightly out-of-form Katsuhiro Matsumoto. They may lack the speed in both the backstroke and freestyle legs to push the U.S. out of contention. Beyond Italy, France, MAB, and China, there are 6 teams vying for 4 spots in the finals. Great Britain, the Netherlands, Canada, Australia, Poland, and the U.S. are likely to be closely matched in this battle, and Alexy's performance as the anchor could be crucial for American aspirations. World Championships, Day 8 Prelims, Leon Marchand 7th in 400 IM. Imagine the final day of the 2025 World Aquatics Championships, where the paths of 2 swimming stars, Summer McIntosh and Leon Marchand, cross once again. This meeting of minds is particularly intriguing, given their contrasting approaches to preparing for the upcoming Los Angeles Olympics. Last summer in Paris, both the Canadian teen and the French sensation shone brightly. However, their strategies for the Singapore World Championships diverge significantly. McIntosh, aiming for 5 gold medals in 2028, uses Singapore as a rehearsal. She has excelled in 3 out of 4 events, with her sole misstep, a bronze medal in the 800 freestyle, hardly a disappointment when considering her ambitious goals. https://www.swimmingworldmagazine.com/news/World Championship Summer McIntosh calls 800 free bronze lesson for me. She has excelled in 3 out of 4 events, with her sole misstep, a bronze medal in the 800 freestyle, hardly a disappointment when considering her ambitious goals. His first major test came in the 200 IM, where he shattered the world record with a time of 1:52.69 in the semifinals. https://swimmingworldmagazine.com/Leon Marchand annihilates 200 IM world record skipping past 1:53 with 1:52.69 in semifinals. His objective in the 400 IM is equally ambitious. However, things didn't go as smoothly in the 400 IM preliminaries on Day 8. The race was sluggish, and many swimmers seemed disengaged. Marchand, despite his talent, struggled to keep up. He managed to secure 7th place, just barely making it into the final, which means he'll start from lane 1. This early exit raises questions about whether the pressure of defending his world record might be affecting his performance. The 400 IMs, traditionally one of the opening events at the Olympics, are scheduled towards the end of the World Championships. They stand alone as the only individual event preliminaries on the final day, sandwiched between the medley relay prelims and the final session on Sunday night. Quick links: Swimming World Meet page, www.swimmingworldmagazine.com/2025 World Aquatics Championships. Psych sheet. VMRW85H.tinifycdn.com/results/2025 World Aquatics Championships entry list International Elite 2025 0727 PDF. Meet results. www.omegatiming.com/2025 World Aquatics Championships SWM live results. Day-by-day schedule. /www.World Aquatics Championships Singapore 2025 schedule phase all disciplines equals SW. US TV/streaming coverage. www.peacocktv.com/highlights from World Aquatics Championships. How to follow the World Championships links for streaming results schedule. World Aquatics homepage. www.worldaquatics.com. Men's 400 individual medley. The men's 400 IM preliminaries were a nail-biter, with the difference between qualifying and elimination being just 0.69 seconds. Marchand, seated second in his heat, couldn't maintain his usual pace and finished 7th overall, securing a spot in the final but starting from the outside lane. His closest competitor was Gabor Zombori, who clocked 4:13.59, placing 8th. Balázs Holló from Hungary was the first alternate in 4:13.89. Interestingly, several swimmers withdrew from the competition, including Carson Foster due to an ankle injury. https://www.swimmingworldmagazine.com/news/World Championships Carson Foster scratches 400 IM due to ankle injury. Tristan Jankovics from Canada, Wang Xun from China, and Matt Sates. This led to some empty lanes, allowing Asaki Nishikawa to capitalize and win his heat being 4:10.41, just 0.02 seconds behind his teammate. Ilya Borodin finished 3rd overall in 4:10.63, followed by Max Litchfield, Maxim Stupin, and Brendan Smith. Notable absentees from the final include Louis Clairbert, the 2024 world champion, who placed 10th, and Alberto Rossetti from Italy, who came in 12th. Additionally, there will be no American male in the final, with Rex Maurer finishing 20th in 4:19.30. Women's 400 individual medley. In contrast to the men's event, the women's 400 IM preliminaries were relatively uneventful. Summer McIntosh dominated throughout, finishing the final heat in 4:35.56. Jenna Forrester from Australia gave her a challenge in the final 100 meters, but couldn't catch up. Forrester's time was 4:36.17, securing 2nd place. Yu Zidi, a 12-year-old Chinese prodigy, placed 3rd with a time of 4:36.49, narrowly edging out Waka Kabori of Japan. 2 Americans made it to the final, which is unusual for this event. Emma Weyant finished 5th in 4:36.75, improving her time in the final lap, while Katie Grimes, who started slowly, rallied to finish 7th in 4:38.26. Joining them in the final are Mio Narita of Japan and Freya Colbert of Great Britain, who edged out Ellen Walsh by 0.41 seconds. Men's 400 medley relay. The men's 400 medley relay preliminaries saw the U.S. team, despite some lineup changes, secure the top seed with a time of 3:29.65. Tommy Janton, Campbell McKean, Dare Rose, and Jack Alexy anchored the team to victory. However, other powerhouse nations like China and Australia did not qualify for the final, with China finishing 9th and Australia 11th. The neutral athletes B team, comprising international athletes, placed 2nd in 3:30.95, while Italy secured 3rd in 3:30.40. The Dutch team finished 5th in 3:31.07, and Great Britain took 6th place. France, featuring Maxime Grousset, was 7th. With Leon Marchand potentially joining the final squad, the final spot went to South Korea, which edged out China by 0.15 seconds. Despite China's strong contenders, Youngbom Kim's strong fly leg secured the South Korean team a place in the final. Women's 400 medley relay. The women's 400 medley relay preliminaries followed a similar pattern, with the U.S. team securing the top seed. However, the details of this event are still to be revealed, adding to the excitement of the championships. This year's World Championships offer a mix of familiar faces and new challenges, making it a thrilling event to watch. Whether Marchand can overcome his preliminary struggles and defend his world record remains to be seen. What do you think? Will Marchand's experience from Paris be enough to secure another victory, or will he face stiff competition in the final? Share your thoughts in the comments. 2025 World Championships Day 8 Prelims, Men's 4x100 Medley Relay Lineups. 2025 World Championships, Day 8 Prelims, Men's 4x100 Medley Relay Lineups. The United States aims to secure a strong start in the men's 4x100 medley relay by relying on their recent record holder, Jack Alexy. Current photo via Nardia Mulkerins. Event overview. Dates July 27 to August 3, 2025. Pool swimming. Location Singapore, Singapore. Venue World Aquatics Championships Arena. Format LCM 50 meters. Meet Central. Live results recaps. Watch details. Streamed on SwimSwam with a fee. Preview index, entry book, live timings. Preliminary results. At the 2023 World Championships, the U.S. dominated with Ryan Murphy, Nick Fink, Dare Rose, and Jack Alexy setting a new championship mark of 3:27.20. China claimed silver in a new Asian record, 3:27.01, though their performance was inconsistent across the season. Key highlights. In Paris, the U.S. faced challenges against China, even with Caleb Dressel, 100-fly world record holder, on the team. The U.S. lost for the first time in the event at the Olympics. A year later in Singapore, the U.S. struggled without returning legs, with Luca Orlando, 200-fly champion, potentially leading the opening leg. This uncertainty has left the U.S. under pressure. Relay lineups. The U.S. opted for Tommy Janton, Campbell McKean, Dare Rose, and Jack Alexy in the preliminaries. Alexy, the silver medalist and American record holder, is expected to help the team advance. The Chinese team, led by Wang Shun, Qin Haiyang, Xu Fang, and Pan Zhanlei, aims to defend their Olympic win. Other nations like France and Australia have also entered the fray, with French swimmer Johan Nedoy-Brouard and Australian pair Matt Temple, Kyle Chalmers set to compete. Neutral athletes. Neutral athletes, including Klimid Kolesnikov, Ivan Kozhikin, Andrei Minikov, and Ivan Girev, are also in the race. Their inclusion adds another layer of competition. Heat schedule. Heat 1. Lane 0, Ken. Lane 1, SGP. Zachary Kwan Long Tae, Chun Ho Chan, Jonathan Ajin Tan, Mikkel Lee. Lane 2, HKG, Hayden Kwan, Saiting Adam Mack, Ian Yentu Ho, Yik Keet Sui. Lane 3, Marcus Lee, Jorgen Shai Brathen, Sander Sorensen, Bjornar Laskerud. Lane 4, Evangelos Makrijanis, Savas Thamaglu, Konstantinos Emmanuel Stamu, Stergios Marios Bilis. Lane 5, Lux, Remy Fabiani, Julian Hanks. Ralph Delyden Siuferi, Lane 6 LTU, Mantis Kauspidis, Andrea Sidlauskis, Tajas Juska, Thomas Lukmanis. Lane 7, Mass, Ho Yen Q, Andrew Go, Kai Sin Tan, Arvin Shansing Chahal. Lane 8, Mexican Reyes's, Miguel Alejandro de Lara Ojeda, Jorge Iga, Andres Dupont Cabrera. Lane 9, Klimid Kolesnikov, Ivan Koshakin, Andrei Minikov, Ivan Girev. Heat 2, Lane 0, DNS. Lane 1, Core, Juho Lee, Dongyul Choi, Youngbom Kim. Sunwoo Huang. Lane 2 out, Bernhard Reitzhammer, Luca Malat. Is it possible that the U.S. could still make it to the finals? The role of neutral athletes like Klimen Kolesnikov and Ivan Kozhakin adds another dimension to the competition. Will the U.S. finally break through, or will the Chinese team solidify their dominance?